Hi everybody, it's Larry Cohen from Build the Floor, where we are dedicated to advocating for universal basic income here in the United States. I live in Los Angeles, California, and if I look outside my window right now, the sky is just full of smoke. There's smoke up and down the West Coast because of fires that have broken out in California, Oregon, and Washington State. It's really scary. I've got friends posting in San Francisco that they can't go outside and they can barely see. You've probably seen some of the orange glow pictures that make everything look like a post-apocalyptic view of the future, except it's here in 2020. And it's just a scary time because people are having to flee for their lives with nothing but what they're able to carry with them, if that. And there isn't much of a plan for what these people can do to recover from the situation. Basic income is a lot of things to me. It's basic economic security, it's providing basic dignity to each and every one of us. But right now, the word that I would describe basic income that could be used right now is resiliency. We need to ensure people have economic resiliency to better combat and come back from such crazy economic disasters that are only becoming more and more common. An interesting example of basic income being used for this very reason is from a little-known country singer named Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton wanted to help the city of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, because in 2016, wildfires destroyed many of the homes there. She actually helped raise $12.5 million and provided 900 different families with $1,000 a month for 6 months and an additional $5,000 in that last month. So basically, Dolly Parton created a basic income pilot, one that actually was studied, and a researcher contacted 200 of these families that were helped. She wanted to know what kind of an impact the cash relief had had on helping provide them with housing, and whether or not that had affected their interest in working. The key findings were that the majority of the people who had received the funds had rented or bought homes 1 year after the fire, and actually had an emergency fund. The researcher also found out that of the 200 people surveyed, not a single full-time worker stopped working, which is an important myth that is constantly needing to be dispelled, that people with a basic income would stop working. And that's just not true, and it's not true here as well. We have to be honest with ourselves. Climate change is here, it's not in the future, but it's a reality. And we need to design a society that is better equipping people with the ability to handle these climate challenges. If we want people to move to safer locations, to be able to rebuild their lives after constant challenges, to give people a sense of security so that they feel confident in rebuilding in the first place, we need to ensure that people have cash in their pockets to be able to make those changes happen. We need to make sure that people have the economic resilience to deal with the challenges of the 21st century. That's why basic income is so important now more than ever.